Hi, good evening. My name is Sagar Tamane from OEM Update magazine, and at the Die Mould Expo in Mumbai, we are now at the booth of SHREE Rapid Technologies. Joining with me is Mr. Nitin Chaudhari, who is the partner at SHREE Rapid Technologies. So let us hear his views about what is their ambition, how and why they are here at the Die Mould Expo, and what is their expectation out of this expo. Nitinji, thank you so much for speaking with OEM Update magazine. So could you take us through your journey with Die Mould Expo, and since how long you have been participating with them?
I think we are participating with Die Mould since the beginning of SHREE Rapid. So from 2008, 2009, we are participating, and we are also. It's this one of the important exhibition for us because this deals with all the new product development, all the dies and manufacturing industries here, and also the 3D printing technology not being used also in production applications for direct part manufacturing as well as for direct mold and die manufacturing. So metal printing is also providing a lot of solutions for die and mold industry. So that's why it's very important exhibition for us.
Okay. A very important industry, 3D printing, especially the direct metal printing. So, any new products based on these metal printing technologies which you have showcased in this expo?
We have showcased desktop printing here, desktop SLS as well as desktop FDM printers. In metal printing, we are getting now bigger and bigger machines and faster machines with more number of lasers. So basically, the technology is now expanding its applications, and also newer materials, new different metals are being possible. So in metal printing, that's what is the expansion in now.
Okay. There are certain materials, there are certain 3D printing technologies which are in sync with the new age materials. For example, if you have heard of graphene, so do you also cater to this kind of material when it comes to metal 3D printing?
No, graphene is something, it's in the process now. A lot of people are trying to do evaluating and doing the research on that. It's still not productionized, but that is something material people are expecting that it should be 3D printable. But I have not seen any commercial use yet. But there are a lot of case studies happening. So I think very soon it should be available for the production.
And the case studies for graphene as a material, 3D printable, are those case studies from India?
Some institutes or some scientists in India are doing this analysis. They are working on it, but mainly also happening abroad.
Yeah. So I saw a really good number of visitors at your stall since yesterday. So which are these visitors who are coming from? Which are the industries which they represent?
See, basically they are coming from aerospace, some of them coming from drone industries, some of them are coming out from injection molding industry, die and mold industry, and many of them are also coming from automotive suppliers. So it's a company, wherever you need plastic components and metal components, they are all coming here.
Okay. And could you highlight the difference between, when you are printing, when you are 3D printing a plastic part versus when you are 3D printing a metal sheet? So how do one get the accuracies?
See, plastic part, 3D printing is actually, we are not printing the actual end use plastic.
Okay.
We are not able to print thermoplastics. We are not able to print thermosets. But in metal, we are actually able to make end use metal parts. That's a difference. So that's why the metal printing has got a big future, because we are able to manufacture direct metal part which can be production used. So that's important. So even if you do a milling part and you do the same part on 3D printing, property wise there is no difference. So we are able to actually make production parts.
Okay. You mentioned about the new launches, one of them which is the direct metal printing. Yeah. So how is the customer's response to this particular aspect of 3D printing?
Direct metal 3D printing is still exploring different applications, but the people in implant industry, in dental industry, as well as some of the automotive and aerospace industry, they have adopted this technology. But I want this technology to be adopted on a much larger scale, and if possibly replace some of the milling machines. So that I think we are moving in that direction now slowly.
I think one of the most important industries is also the semiconductor industry, which is rapidly growing.
Yeah.
What are your thoughts on that?
For metal printing is being used in semiconductor industry, especially for making the semiconductor machine components. So there are some special tables or wafer tables they call. Those components are actually 3D printed. So in that point of view, it's very good.
Do you want to convey any message to the industry moving ahead, especially when in this particular situation when we are facing global headwinds?
See, I think 3D printing is a technology which every manufacturing engineer should look into. and they should not try to compare the cost of the conventional manufacturing with the cost of the 3D printing, because 3D printing opens up a lot of new applications and a lot of new way of making components, as well as a lot of new complicated components can be done using 3D printing, which cannot be done conventionally. So the manufacturing engineers should look at 3D printing as one of the way of manufacturing, like we say milling machine, grinding machine, or boring machine, or drilling machine. Same way it should be called additive machine. So additive is going to open up a lot of applications. Yeah.
Okay, with that, I would like to thank you so much for your time which you give to OEM Update magazine, and I would also like to wish you best of luck for the forthcoming few days of the event. Thank you so much for speaking with OEM Update magazine.
Thank you very much for inviting, for talking on OEM update, and thank you very much.
The pleasure is all ours. Thank you so much, sir. Thank you.